So आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है that is government budget and the economy. So let's start with it. What exactly is this government budget all about? Government budget जैसे नाम में ही है, the answer itself it has that budget of the government, the budget that is being planned, that is being organized, that is being actually entirely taken into consideration by the government of an economy, be it any country it is India, US, UK or any type of an economy that you talk about, but that is referred to as the government budget of an economy. But since we are taking this lecture in Indian context, so we will be strictly talking about the Indian economy and the budget of the Indian economy. So when we talk about government budget, what is this all about? This government budget, if we talk in a very small, in a very layman language, it is referred to as the annual statement. Now what do we mean by an annual statement? You might be aware of the topic that what is a financial statement. Definitely you people are from commerce background and you would be aware that what a financial statement is. It actually caters to all the receipts and payments that is basically done in an economy or that is basically done in a government in order to settle what all comes in and what all goes out. So when we talk about annual statement in context of government budget, it refers to all the receipts and all the payments, or another term that we can also mention it as the expenditures of an Indian economy is referred to as the annual statement. Above all, the most important thing is that this annual statement is generated when? Do you know? Yes, it is. From 1st of April to 31st of March, every consecutive year, we need to plan this government budget. Anything, any kind of an income or any kind of an expenditure that is done in the Indian economy is done through this financial statement. Let's take a very small example. You people live in your houses, you have your parents, you have definitely source of income. For example, there's a household A who earns 5,000 rupees per month. A very small amount though, but still 5,000 rupees per month. If they plan their income and expenditure, or if they plan what all comes in every month and what all goes out every month, that would be the expenditure, that would be the annual, or that would be the monthly expenditure or the statement of a household. Similarly, when we talk about in context of government, because definitely this is macroeconomics as you people are aware of, and macroeconomics is nothing but just the aggregate of facts, the aggregate of all the data that is being generated in an economy. So when we talk about in context of that, here we are talking about the aggregate, the sum of data in an economy. So similarly, as you have a budget in your household, similarly we have a budget in our home country, that is our domestic country, that is India. Now important pointers that we need to discuss in context of government budget is that why do we need government budget, or as we can say, what is the importance of government budget. When we talk about government budget is the central and the major component of an Indian economy. Why so? This is why we are going to discuss it. Number one thing that we are going to study in context of the importance of government budget is that we need to have relocation of resources. Definitely in microeconomics also you are aware of these words, that is what is allocation of resources and what are resources. The resources are which are meant to fulfill the human wants. Similarly here also in a government we are working in context of economy as a whole, we are working on the budget of an economy as a whole. So we need to relocate. Relocate means we need to redistribute. What all comes in, we need to redistribute among the different individuals, the different sectors of an economy. We are aware of the factors, definitely, that are we have primary sector, we have secondary sector, we have tertiary sector. So all those expenses which are meant to be, which are to be taken into consideration by the government of a country has to be relocated, so that there is, again, I am taking again the example of the microeconomics, so that we do not waste the resources, we do not waste the money that is being incurred by the government of a country. So for that we need to do proper allocation of resources. For example, let me take a very common example. Khadi products. You might be aware of what are khadi products. वो domestic products है हमारी Indian economy के. They are not imported from any. They are imported means they are not outsourced from any foreign country, from abroad. In that context, when we talk about those khadi products, India wants to encourage. India aims to, as in India means the government of India aims to encourage people of India to buy more and more of khadi products. Why? What is the reason for that? The main reason is that so that we can generate more revenue, because वो resources जिनसे वो khadi products produce होते हैं, they are taken into consideration, they are produced, they are being provided within the domestic boundaries. I'm taking that national income point, that what do you mean by the domestic boundaries of a country? The domestic boundary means within the outskirts of a country we are talking about. So when we talk in that context, khadi products are encouraged by the government of India so that we can generate more and more of revenue. Similarly, on the contrary or on the opposite side, we can take up the example of alcohol, we can take up the example of tobacco. The government levies high charges on such products. Why so? Have you even given a thought? Though they are very they are not that too expensive, but still government has to impose मतलब लागू करना पड़ता है उन्हें ज़्यादा taxes उस पर. क्यों? So that they discourage people. The government of India does not want the individuals of an economy to spend their hard income, their so much of income, their maximum part of their income on such products. So in order to discourage one product, and on the contrary to encourage the purchase or the consumption of one project, we need to relocate resources. Then the second importance of a government budget, that is definitely none other than economic growth of a country. What do you mean by economic growth? We all know economic development, economic progress. When we talk about the economic country, we are talking about all the savings, and we are also talking about all the investments of a country, so that we can have more of savings and more of investment, so that we can accelerate means so that we can boost up the economic growth of a nation. That is in Indian context we are talking about. Then let's take up that what all other advantages or what all other benefits this government budget give us. So we can talk about economic stability. We all know there is always a lack of stability. डेफिनेटली जैसे हमारे हाउस होल्ड्स में भी होता है, कई बारी महीने में खर्चे ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, इनकम लिमिटेड होती है. बट सिमिलरली द केसेस, वो एक इंडिविजुअल है, वो माइक्रो स्टडी है, एक हाउस होल्ड है, यहाँ पे सारे हाउस होल्ड्स हैं. दिस इज द स्टडी ऑफ एग्रीगेट, दिस इज द स्टडी ऑफ ऑल द इंडिविजुअल्स ऑफ एन इकोनॉमी. So in that case, we need to take into consideration via government budget that there is economic stability in our country. Now what do we mean by economic stability? Economic stability we need to discuss two major factors here. One is the inflation and the other is deflation. Inflation refers to anybody? Yes, definitely. Inflation is nothing, just the hike in the prices of goods and services. महंगाई, जिसको हम आसान भाषा में जानते हैं महंगाई यानी कि जब चीज़ें हमारी पहुंच से बाहर हो जाती हैं उसे हम कहते हैं इन्फ्लेशन. एंड डिफ्लेशन जो बहुत ही कम होता है हमारी इकोनॉमी में, बट कई बारी गलती से हो जाता है, मान लीजिए, जिससे हम कहते हैं फ्लक्चुएशन ऑफ प्राइजेस ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज इन अदर लैंग्वेज. इकोनॉमिक्स देखिए कुछ नहीं है, इकोनॉमिक्स इज ऑल अबाउट कॉन्सेप्ट. जितना हम बात करेंगे उतना मैं आपको उसके और चीज़ें बताती रहूँगी, उतने पहलू बताते रहूँगी. आपके लिए बस इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि आप इम्पॉर्टेंट से इम्पॉर्टेंट कीवर्ड्स को अपने दिमाग में डालिए. ये मेरी यही एडवाइस है. तो इन ऑर्डर टू गेन, बिकॉज वी हैव टू स्टिक टू द मार्किंग स्कीम दैट CBSE इज प्रोवाइडिंग अस. सो एज पर द मार्किंग स्कीम वी आर डिस्कसिंग सम ऑफ द की पॉइंट्स ऑफ क्लास 12th इकोनॉमिक्स सो दैट यू कैन स्कोर मोर देन 95. तो आपको पता है आजकल एवरीबडी इज गेटिंग इट, सो योर एम शुड बी मोर देन 95. So when we talk about economic stability, again that is inflation and deflation. ये जो मार्केट में प्राइजेज हैं, जो भी प्राइजेज ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज कभी बढ़ रहे हैं, कम हो रहे हैं, वी नीड टू एक्चुअली मैनेज देम, वी एक्चुअली नीड टू कंट्रोल देम सो दैट वन डे और द अदर वी आर नॉट सपोज टू फेस any kind of financial loss or any kind of financial crisis. You know what is crisis? Crisis refers to financial grudge or financial problem. that actually occurs in an economy when there is no money. वो किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है. सो इकोनॉमी इज़ अ वेरी नॉर्मल थिंग. बड़ी बड़ी इकोनॉमीज, जो बड़े बड़े बिजनेस टाइकून्स हैं, वो ही आज के टाइम में बैंकरप्ट हो जाते हैं रातों रात. तो सो एनीथिंग कैन हैपन. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द नेक्स्ट पॉइंटर अंडर गवर्नमेंट बजट, what we are aiming for, we are aiming to reduce or reducing inequalities. Now what do you mean by this word inequality? Inequality means disparity. Disparity means inequality means any other word? जब सबको सब कुछ नहीं मिलता, किसी को ज्यादा किसी को कम, उस पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन में, सिचुएशन में वी हैव एन इक्वालिटी. डेफिनेटली यहाँ पर हम इनइक्वालिटी, दैट इज एन एंटोनिम ऑफ इक्वालिटी, दैट इम्प्लाइज कि यहाँ पर हमारे, वी ऑल नो देयर आर टू सेक्शंस, वन इज द रिच क्लास एंड द अदर इज पुअर क्लास. यू नो इंडियन इकोनॉमी तो वैसे भी बहुत अच्छे से जानी मानी जाती है कि द रिच आर बिकमिंग रिच एंड द पुअर इज बिकमिंग पुअर.